I am a man of fortune, and I must seek my fortune. What is my fortune? The Uncharted 4 A Thief's End Platinum Trophy. Uncharted, one of my favorite game series, one of the so-so movies I've seen, and one of the most annoying trophy lists in gaming. Hi, I'm Tetanus, and I make bad life decisions, such as what you're gonna see in this video, where I will be getting the Platinum Trophy on Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. I already have the Platinum Trophies on Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, but I never recorded them, so that's why I'm getting Uncharted 4 right now. On PSN profiles, this game is rated as a 4 out of 10 difficulty. It says it should take around 30 hours, so we'll see if that's true. To obtain this Platinum Trophy, there's a few things I'm gonna have to do. I need to beat the game on Crushing Mode, which is the hardest difficulty, get all of the 200 collectibles, beat Chapter 13 and 14 without killing anybody, stealth through the graveyard in Chapter 8, and defeat 100 enemies in a row without dying. Oh yeah, and complete the game with 70% or higher accuracy. That's a lot, to say the least. So here's the roadmap. Beat the game on hard while getting chapter-specific trophies and all collectibles. Then, I'm gonna go back for a second playthrough, beat the game on Crushing with help of gameplay modifiers. Last, I need to do the speedrun, and after that, miscellaneous combat trophies and just the cleanup. With all of that established, let's get an Uncharted Platinum Trophy. One last time. It's starting at 5 out of 6 because I had already done the multiplayer trophies before I'd even started the trophy hunt. In the first chapter, I got my first trophy by picking up one of the treasures, and there are like 109 of these in the game, so there's a lot more of these to come. After that, I just continued playing through the game, getting collectibles and chapter-specific trophies, like this one where you have to shoot all the targets in the attic. Also while playing, I got a trophy for getting 5 stealth kills, and later on in that chapter I got a trophy for getting 20 headshots. A little bit later on, in Chapter 8, there's a part where it's teaching me how to do a vertical takedown, so I just reset this checkpoint until I got the trophy for doing this 30 times. Also in Chapter 8, I got my first journal entry, and my first journal note. Until this point, the game hasn't been challenging at all, but that all changed at this encounter in the graveyard. There's a trophy here for getting through it in complete stealth and without killing anybody. This trophy was extremely difficult and time-consuming due to me playing on hard difficulty and wanting to get the trophy in my first playthrough. I struggled through this encounter for about a half hour until I finally got to the end of it without being seen. At this point, I was really happy that that trophy was done, but I had no idea what I was in for. After getting that trophy, it was smooth sailing for a while, just playing through the story, getting collectibles. I reached Chapter 11, and in this chapter there were a lot of really easy trophies, like playing with the lemur in the market, and climbing to the top of the clock tower. When I was inside the tower, I also got my 50th treasure, which also gave me another trophy. And after this cutscene, there's a trophy just to sit still and not move at all, which is a reference to the E3 demo fail, where they couldn't get Nathan to move. I was originally planning to get this trophy here on my hard playthrough, but I was getting way too invested in the story and I kinda just forgot about it. The last trophy in Chapter 11 is to just take a picture of Sully, which is just a reference to the older games. At this point, I was still thinking that these trophies were not hard at all, but I was completely underestimating what was about to happen soon. In Chapter 12, I only got one trophy just for playing in the ocean, a nice callback to all the previous games where you could do the same thing for the Marco Polo trophies. This is the part where it took a turn for the worst. This trophy, Peaceful Resolution, was anything but peaceful. It was the most aggravating thing in this game by far. This is actually what it felt like going for this trophy. What I had to do was complete chapters 13 and 14 without killing any enemies. Again, I was just making this more difficult for myself by playing on hard, but I was determined to get this done. After death after death, and fail after fail, I just had to take a break. I got back on later that night though, and after a little bit more struggling, I did it. I completed the hardest trophy so far. At least that's what I would say, if the trophy actually popped. But it didn't. I searched through forums and apparently other people were also having this issue, and the only solution I saw online was to do the whole trophy over again. So instead of doing both chapters again on hard, I loaded chapter select and redid them both on explorer difficulty. This caused another issue, which I didn't know about at the time, which I'll mention later on. After I did get the trophy to pop, The only other trophies I got in the story were for getting every journal entry, getting every journal note, finding all the treasures and strange relics, and listening to every optional conversation. At this point in time, I had reached the final boss fight, which was the hardest for me to beat out of all of the 4 games. The way it works is that you need to press triangle to block attacks from the left, and you need to press circle to block attacks from your right. But for some reason, I just kept losing the fight over and over. I got so frustrated at this fight and just resorted to continuously spamming both triangle and circle to make sure I'd block all of the boss's attacks.
I hear so much about. All right. We're done here. I'm taking my brother and we're leaving.
My fingers were in immense pain, but I did it. I completed the game on hard, and then the trophy popped. Charted Explorer. Wait, what? Explorer. Yeah, you heard me right. I only got the Charted Explorer trophy because when I did the chapter select to get the Peaceful Resolution trophy, it overwrote the fact that I had completed chapter 14 on hard mode, and it said that I'd only done it on Explorer, meaning I wouldn't get the other Charted trophies until the end of my Crushing playthrough. After finishing our first playthrough on hard, we are now exactly 50% of the way to the Platinum Trophy. After I was finished with my first playthrough, I decided to wait to do my second and just move on to do the miscellaneous ones and the ones that I missed in that playthrough. Doing this, I solved the puzzle in Scotland in less than 10 moves, I killed 1,000 enemies, got kills with a grenade launcher, got a kill with every weapon, got a quad explosive kill, got 3 kills in 15 seconds alternating kill method. I destroyed 10 vehicles while being dragged. Got back to our car without killing anyone. Got 20 headshots while hanging on a rope. Defeated 50 enemies by run and gunning. Got multiple kills in 15 seconds through various methods. Reset a checkpoint for stealth kills. Did 10 buddy takedowns. Defeated 5 armored enemies with melee. Made 10 enemies drop their grenades, and killed 10 enemies alternating gunplay and hand-to-hand. I know that sounds like a lot, but it really only took about 2 hours to complete all these. With the miscellaneous trophies cleared, I continued with my Crushing playthrough, this time remembering to stay completely still in Chapter 11. I also missed a trophy where I had to get 3 dolphins to follow the boat in Chapter 12 in my first playthrough, so I got that one here too. I kept progressing through the story and decided to take a break and go get a few other trophies before doing the final boss again. So I loaded the epilogue to play Crash Bandicoot and get a high score for another trophy. I then checked my stats and realized my accuracy was way too low for the 70% trophy. So I reloaded Chapter 15 where there's this big armored guys and you just sit still and shoot them, and I did that for about 15 minutes until my accuracy was at about 70%. Then I just loaded the epilogue again and then I got the sharpshooter trophy. Then I reloaded a Chapter 7 encounter where enemies don't stop spawning, and I just farmed them for the unstoppable trophy, which you get for killing 100 enemies in a row without dying. Now that that was all done, all I had to do was beat the main boss without getting hit and the platinum would be mine. I'd already struggled really hard on hard mode, so how was I even going to beat the boss without getting hit on Crushing? Gameplay modifiers. All I had to do was enable slow motion, and that made this boss fight the easiest encounter in the whole game. I did it, I beat the boss, and then I also got the Swordmaster trophy, along with Charted, Crushing, and those below it. But there's a problem. The speedrun. I did complete my Crushing playthrough in under 6 hours, but like an idiot, I forgot to clear my stats. so the time played was way larger than 6 hours. And I really liked this game, but not enough to do a third playthrough, so I did it the easy way, with a glitch.
Okay, so at this point in time, I only have one more trophy left, and that is the Charted Speedrun Trophy. And I just completed my crushing playthrough, and I did it in under 6 hours, which the trophy should have popped, but I didn't reset treasures and statistics, so that would mean I have to do it all over again on a new save, or I could just do this glitch. We need to get rid of the stats. Explorer mode. None of this even matters. Then we save the game, and then we want to quit the main menu. Okay, load our epilogue. And we skip this. And then we load the new game. And then we quit to the menu. And then we go to extras, credits, and for some reason, I don't know why this works, you get the speedrun trophy.
And then, the Platinum Trophy on Uncharted 4 A Thief's End was mine. And I completed this platinum with a playtime of 28 hours, but for some weird reason, after I did the glitch, my playtime just boosted up to 38 hours. So technically, I did get the platinum within the 30-hour time frame. Hey, hope you enjoyed the video. It would have been a lot longer, but I had only decided to start recording the day before I actually got the platinum trophy. So that's why most of the clips were just auto captures.